All right. I have been looking for this lash for like the last 15 minutes. Can we talk about how this get ready with me is already starting? Hello, my beautiful glam fam. That is how the video is already starting out, spending 15 minutes trying to find a lash that was stuck to my cheek. Beauty girl problems. We are just gonna do a fun chit chat, get ready with me, doing a full face of some stuff I picked up from Sephora and some other items that may not be in Sephora, but are new to me that I was sent in PR. So we are just gonna test out a bunch of stuff. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get glowing.
Let's go, girl.
All right, glam fam, let's jump right into it. So we're just gonna kind of relax, chill, try out the Huda foundation in Toasted Coconut like I promised you guys. I do have a fresh self tan on, so I think this will work. Let's hope it will. I did speak to one of our beautiful glam fam sisters last week, and she is 49, and she was saying that this did not work for her. This is something that I'm gonna try in this video because I can see where she is, and I know she had mentioned that a lot of other influencers are really liking this Easy Blur foundation. I personally, I don't love it, but it is good. So I just want to see with different primers, like my normal primers, see if I like it more, see if I mix it with my L'Oreal Glotion, which you guys know, I mix a lot of foundations with this product. I am obsessed with this product. And I do have the L'Oreal skin tint, and I also have the new Kylie Cosmetics skin tint. But in this video, I really want to try, I want to keep this separate, this Kylie one, because I just want to do a dedicated video to that. And I will be releasing a short comparing the, sorry, I've got a lot going on here. Hot Mess Express. I'm gonna compare these two. This runs very dark, so I can tell you for sure I'm not shade 4-5, which I thought I was gonna be. I'm definitely shade 2-3 if you're a twinsy to me, and this is a little bit darker than this one. I haven't tried it on my face, but just swatch wise, I'll show you guys right there. But stay tuned, I have that coming. I promise you that's going to be in a short. This video I do want to kind of, because I know Sephora sale is around the corner, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting through this, and if you guys wanted to see what this shade looks like and just kind of where I'm at a week later, my thoughts behind it. So let's just kind of jump into things. I already have my Calacine, and that is the moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. So I use, my skin has been really dehydrated lately. I don't know why. We're having a crazy heat wave here in Orange County, and it's not common because I live more in a beachy area and it's usually very cool out here, but we've been over 100. Anyway, it is very dry. It was very dry this morning, and I put that moisturizer on, and you guys, it's unreal. It's so, so good. You guys know I love my Calacine. I love my Dermatology too, but I love my Calacine. I still am going in with my Dermatology water cream just because you guys know I can't do any look without this. So I'm gonna, while I'm chit-chatting, I'm going to put this on. And what I like to do with this moisturizer, if you're new to my channel, is I kind of like to let it sit on my face for a minute and just kind of let it sink in. We are gonna test out this Mario setting powder. I'm not doing a whole dedicated video on this, and I'm also not gonna go through product ratings and all that stuff. I'm gonna give maybe a star rating at the end of some of the new products that I definitely want to try out in this video. And you guys, this Gwen Stefani eyeshadow quad that is brand new. I know she has eyeshadow quads from the past, but this is a new one, and this is her multi-dimensional eyeshadows. This is not a quad. This is actually has 6 shades in here, but it's nice for travel size. I love the packaging. I have yet to try her GXVE line by Gwen Stefani. She's my age division. I love me some Gwen Stefani, especially since she's married to Blake Shelton. I'm a huge country music fan, if you guys didn't know that. But my goodness, you guys, I am obsessed with this. I picked this up during the Labor Day sale, and it was on sale for like $19. This I would have paid $40 for. That's how good it is. And it's made in Italy, which is amazing, and it has, I want to say, a 12-month shelf life, but I'll put it right there. But these shades, it comes in two variations. I chose this one because this is more my jam. I'm not into that warmer peachy tones. I'm more into these kind of neutral. You can actually go cool with this look with that beautiful metallic, gunmetal metallic. You've got the black, and then you can also go warm with this because that brown is like one of the best browns I've ever worked with. The lighter metallic is more of a topper. I wish that it had a little bit more base in it, but other than that, this is such a crazy good palette for that price point. This is definitely a big recommendation during the Sephora sale. I like want to get a backup of this. I hope she never takes that away. I didn't even realize that some of her products are made in Japan, and I should have known that because she's big into, you know, the Japanese culture. So, and you guys know, anything made in Japan is just chef's kiss. Everything Surat, you guys know I love. So I picked up her brow pencil and an eyeliner. The eyeliner is made in the USA, but this is made in Japan, and I love this brow pencil so much because it's currently on sale right now that I actually ordered another one because I know I'll go through this pretty fast, but it has one of those micro tips with a nice spoolie. So this is Toasted Coconut 240N. This is supposed to be more of a neutral undertone. I obviously did not, if you watched my last video. If not, check out my full review on this Huda Easy Blur foundation. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my primers on. This is why I'm no good with these chit chat get ready with me. You know what? This is where we are. This is where I like having a girlfriend chat. That was great, Kristi. So I'm just gonna try to leave that on my hand and move through this quickly. I am gonna use my NYX Freezy Face. I told you guys I think I would still choose this one over the Huda one. So you can see the differences. If I can find the footage, or not find, I'll put the footage right there of me applying the Easy Blur primer so you guys can kind of see maybe a side by side of that while I'm applying. We'll try to do that in post editing. Thank you guys for always sharing with me how much you appreciate and like my editing. For me, editing is a really big joy. I find a lot of joy in editing. I taught myself how to edit, and I don't know if it's because I was a professional dancer and a choreographer that maybe just that whole creative aspect just gets me so excited. If you used to watch my past videos, I did these intros, and that was like my favorite thing to do. Now I just do a generic intro, but that was like my favorite thing to do. I like applying this one as like a moisturizer. If you have oily skin, obviously you're not gonna prep your skin this way. And do what works for you. This is just my method. You guys gotta do what works for you. All right, so I am gonna go in with my Dermatology. I noticed such a difference, you guys, when I don't use this primer. This primer is just a miracle for me. And I felt like even when I was applying the Huda one, because I didn't wanna use anything but the Easy Blur, I was like, I wasn't like feeling that smoothness on my skin. It didn't feel creamy. That was my best explanation for that. Obviously, I didn't think about that till afterwards. So this is the Dermatology primer. Ignore the Huda foundation there. I'm gonna try to press that in. So anybody go on any fun vacations during the summertime? So I'm mixing that around. See, that is making it more creamy. Let me know. Try this. If you own this product, I mean, it's so affordable, this Glotion. I mix this with all of my foundations, my skin tints, everything. And for me, I don't know why, but it just makes everything better. One thing I can say about this foundation is it sits on top of the skin. It doesn't seep in, which is a good benefit. But remember, everybody's skin type is so different. So even if I say I don't love something or I love something, you gotta try it for yourself. I always tell you guys that because you have to see if it's going to work for you. I always feel bad when I'm doing reviews and I don't love a product or it's not working for me or I don't like the ingredients because I feel like sometimes I offend people. I don't know why, it just feels like that. So just so you guys know, if I get any kind of negativity on my channel, which is gonna happen as my channel grows, and it's happened in the past, even more recently, I will delete the comment because I want this to be a safe space. I want this to be, you know, when my mom passed away, I was like, this is all I have, you know, like this is my life. I don't have kids. I'm 46 years old. My mom was my world. And when that went away, she was my world for 40 something years. When she passed, I didn't know if I could go on without her. And here I am 5 years later. I'm just trying to take whatever's left on. Remember, that was only one little pour. I didn't even do anything more than that, but because I used that L'Oreal, it spread a lot. So I'm getting a lot of product out of that. So anyway, sorry. This is looking pretty good, especially with my self-tan on, my fresh self-tan. So this shade works for me too, but I do love creme brulee if I were to buy this. I do smell something too, you guys. I just can't figure out what the smell is. Let me know if you use this product and if you smell like I do. If you smell, it didn't sound right. If you can smell it like I do. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty brush and I'm just gonna kind of take whatever's left over on the back of my hand. I think this L'Oreal one actually kind of lightened up this foundation a little, which made it kind of match perfectly with my skin. So I wasn't sure how that was going to mix, but it looks good. This is an oil-based foundation, and this is a water-based lotion. So oil and water can mix. Mix quite nicely, actually. And I like that it gave me that little bit of a radiance, too. And remember, when you put your powders on, it's going to mattify. And then I'm going to put on the Hourglass concealer because that's my favorite concealer. It's so funny that I used the Huda. I got off track. I know. Maybe I'll go back to what I was saying because I can't even remember. But anyway, oh, I know what I was saying before I get into the Hourglass concealer versus the Huda one. I was going back to, if there's negative comments, I'm gonna delete them, and I'm even gonna block people that I feel like are constantly being negative, because I just don't want that on my channel. I want this to be a safe spot for all of us, but especially for me. I wanna feel good when I come to my channel. It's not that I'm trying to hide comments, or I'm not trying to, I appreciate feedback. I do. Constructive feedback, nice. Constructive feedback, absolutely. But if you're being, in my eyes, or in my opinion, how I'm taking it, not so nice, I don't need that. You know, I'd rather have one less subscriber than deal with that stuff. So I just, you know, I'm not a bad person. I'm a nice person, and I have a big heart, and I love you all so much, and I appreciate you all so much. You don't know, you got me through the toughest times still of my life. So, you know, every day is a new day, right? Like, you just never know when you lose somebody so close to you. In my case, I lost 2 people very close to me. So my mom and dad. So for me, sorry, my bracelets are shaking. I'm just pressing this in now with my beauty sponge. I have no idea how this is looking, because your girl really needs to get some contacts, but now I used my insurance for my eyeglasses and not my contacts this year, so I'm like, have to wait till next year now. I want to get LASIK. Let me know if you guys ever got LASIK. I don't have the money right now, but eventually I would love to get LASIK, because I just never did. I've been trying to wear contacts because I've been wearing glasses since I was in elementary school, like reading glasses, and my prescription's always been pretty hefty, but contacts always just hurt my eyes. And yes, I've tried them all. So, but I'm gonna need to, because I really can't see. All right, I'm gonna get into this. Sometimes I have to edit this out because I have to get into, this is my Ilios mirror.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass concealer, and I think I'm gonna use cotton just to brighten things up a little bit. Sometimes I use oat when I'm using darker foundations, but I just feel like having a little bit brighter eyes since we're gonna go a little bit glam today. So this is cotton. Nothing can beat this concealer for me, you guys. It's just, I need my mirror. I forgot. It is just so good, so good. I need to prop this up so I don't constantly look down too far. Get out of camera focus. I'm just gonna do that much to start off with, and then we can always build upon this if we want. I know that maybe seem a lot to you guys or to some people, but it's good for me. I like using my sponge with this concealer. It's so pigmented that I just feel like it blends it out seamlessly when I do it this way. So anyway, I think that's actually enough concealer. I'm trying to cut back on concealer a little bit. I did no eyelashes in that last video. Let me know what you guys thought of that. Like, seriously, wearing no lashes is like really difficult for me. I'm gonna pop lashes on. When I do like non-glam looks, I think glam looks just look better with lashes unless you have really crazy full lashes. But to me, they just make a glam eyeshadow look. And this is glam. I mean, Gwen Stefani is glam. She's so beautiful. Okay, so beautiful. So I have discolorization right there. Instead of adding more concealer, what I'm gonna do, this is what I do off camera, I'm going in with my Surat Perfectionist palette in shade 2, and I just take those two, I mix them together. I love applying this with my BK Beauty A506. For me, this is just the best brush for that. And I'm going to just press that in. Today, for 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta, Urban Decay Potion, the original one, which is an eyeshadow base, if you guys are not familiar, is on sale for like half off, and I haven't used that in years. So I picked it up because I want to try out. For some reason, the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas lately has been burning my eyes. And you know, our eyes and our skin change so dramatically through the years, you know, just depending on our age, and just sometimes our just skin changes. We become more sensitive or maybe less sensitive to products. And for some reason, that one has just not been working for me. And you guys know my love for that base. And I got a lot of you loving that base. But for some reason, I love just correcting areas with this. Like I'm just taking the peachier tone. I cannot live without this Perfectionist palette. And remember, with all Surat products, they are always 15% off with my code Kristi15, as well as all dermatology. You can always use my code Kristi20 at checkout, just so you guys know that. You always, and that's unlimited. So pretty. And dermatology is doing this new thing where they will, if you do the subscribe and save, you can get 25% off for good. But always please use my link, because that really does help a smaller channel like mine. When you guys, if you decide to purchase, some people are not purchasing, and I absolutely understand, but if you decide to get anything, like that really helps me out, you guys. You don't understand, because I get nothing on YouTube, so pennies. So all of that stuff really, really helps. But if you can't afford to get anything, the liking, the watching, and the sharing and subscribing really helps too. All right, you guys, so that is what it's looking like. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's see what it looks like, because we got to just get through this. We got a lot to get through. All right, so I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Surat as an eyeshadow base. So let me do that really quick. I'm just going to take the lighter one, and I'm going to press that in. This works so good as an eyeshadow base. So good. And I am just going to press. I'm actually holding the brush pretty high up because I want that pigment. When you want lighter application, then you just use it further back. But when you want that, I want that because I want that nice canvas before we go in with the eyeshadow. And I'm doing this so I can set it down with the powder. I'm going to take my sponge and just lightly dab over that. Let's go into one size 2R. I'm going back to my 2R. I just like my 2R much better than the 5. I tried the 5 recently just because I bought it a long time ago and I was trying to utilize it. I'll probably just utilize it when I do like a no makeup look. But for glam looks, I just love, in general, I would never probably buy the 5 anymore. I would just stick to this 2 because this still works even on no makeup days. I just go a little bit lighter. I'm gonna go in with my, oh, I forgot to do the Mario. Shoot, you guys. Freak. I forgot to do that. Let's scratch this and I'll be right back.
A few minutes later.
All right, you guys, so I took everything off. I don't like this Huda foundation. I have tried multiple ways now, and it's just not for me. It's not a foundation that's for me personally. I can see it just on my skin, and I started seeing like a little blackhead coming through there, and I'm like, okay, this is the only foundation I've been testing out this week, off and on, the different shades. That is a good shade if you like the foundation. Toasted Coconut does work still. I ended up filming, because I want to get this out anyway, the L'Oreal. So that's what I have on, is the L'Oreal with hyaluronic acid skin tint. I can tell you right now, I don't know if I love it as much as my Maybelline. It's good, but it feels, again, like I have makeup on. Where I put the Maybelline on, I don't feel like anything's on my skin. So I did the concealer and I ended up going in with my Persona Mojave contour stick just to kind of contour a little bit. Let's get into the Mario setting powder now. We're gonna go in with the shade 2 Neutral Light. I'll put the price point right there. So this is about a half an ounce, a little over a half an ounce, and you get about 15 grams of product. And this is, I think, available in 6 shades, but again, I'll list it all right there. So I went with the shade Light. There is a more fair version of this. This gets super messy. I mean, it's already all over the place. So even though I'm not a fan of the Easy Bake powder, I still think she created the best way to do loose powder. I love my Sweet Beauty. They also have a net, which keeps it nice and clean, which I love. This is my #1 loose setting powder, but I use this more as a finishing powder, not so much as a setting powder, just so you guys know that. My favorite setting loose powder would be the Hourglass one. Second place, but Sicily would be first place. So this is the Fido Powder Libre. And I use Irisé in this shade. Love this one. So that's the only thing I'm gonna compare it to, just because I'm not a big loose powder person. What I like to do with loose powders a lot of times when they're this messy is just kind of put it in the tray or the little cap. Let's start to focus, camera. So that is Light 2. It has, let me see how the consistency is. I can always tell, yeah, that's pretty soft, which I do appreciate. Okay, now that we did that and got all messy, get my towels back. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever. He did release a puff with this, which is white, and it looks really pretty and classy. I may pick that up during the sale before you guys, Hot Mess Express. Where, God knows where that ended up. All right, we're gonna try this again. Okay, puff. I'm having one of those off days today. That's okay. So see how it goes on the powder puff like that? You don't want to go directly to your face like that. That's just a recipe for disaster when you are doing setting powders. What you're going to want to do is work that in the back of your hand. Work that into the puff. Make sure it's evenly distributed on the puff. And I am just going to start setting that down now. Okay, then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do the eyelids too, because I did the Surratt as the eyeshadow base. So I'm gonna just start to set that down. Ooh, that's nice, you guys. And I liked the ingredients. I'll put it right there on the side. I really liked the ingredients, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like without and with in a second. We're just sticking to this one side right now, just so I can show you the difference. Light definitely works for me. This is supposed to be like a natural brightening, is from what I read on the description on Sephora. Yeah, that actually looks really good. Wow. So Sicily is crazy expensive. Don't mind my big bruise. I bruise so easily, you guys, and I get the most disgusting bruises. Anyone else like that? So that looks really good, especially for this. You're not paying extraordinary amount. I do think it's still a little high for Makeup by Mario, but anyway, that's pretty. All right, so this is without anything, and this is with the powder. So for all over the face, I like to use my bigger Makeup Forever. This is the 1mm. I just haven't found puffs that I love as much as these, especially when I do like the old, I had the old Laura Mercier, and I tried that the other day, and I was like, oh God, that's an awful puff. Compared to these Makeup Forever ones, just going all over, setting down nicely. I still love my own powders more, but it is a good powder. If you like loose powders, it's very nice. It's very smoothing on the skin, and it's very soft, which I do appreciate. I just have to go in with my one size a little bit, you guys. I just can't. I have some discolorization because I didn't use as much, just as the 2R. I didn't use as much concealer, so I need to, yeah, that cancels that out. Yeah, this is just for me. This just works a little bit better, just for me personally. All right, you guys. So I won't use the Charlotte Tilbury today, but I had to do that under my eye or I would just lose my mind. Okay. So I know it's dramatic, but you know, This Glam Girl is very dramatic. Chantecaille, I like to use this as a natural highlighter. So just going in with my Huda highlighting brush. These natural hair fibers will just barely distribute this powder, but just really blurs. This blurs everything out. I mean, honestly, I would skip on a loose powder and just go with this. If you want something lightweight, and I know it's more expensive, but when you have mature skin, you want to have products that are just going to be made for your skin. All right, you guys, that is done. I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna like speed through this. You guys know it's just my normal Griselle from Surratt. These are all my Surratt powders. And I'm just gonna kind of contour or go over that cream contour. I wanna get into this eyeshadow look, so I gotta speed up. Okay, I'll do my bronzer afterwards. All right, you guys, so I put some baking underneath my contour and I started doing my brows. I love this brow pencil so much. And this is shade 1, it's blonde. It's like a neutral blonde. It's so pretty. And I just kind of fill in those sparse areas. I don't have great eyebrows. We can just end it there. I mean, that's where I am. But anyway, I ended up going in with that. And then I went in with my NYX brow pen afterwards. I didn't film that portion because I gotta be all up in the mirror to create those fake like brow strokes in the front area, just because I have no hair there. And then I just went back in and cleaned it up with the brow pencil. And those are the only 2 products I used. And then I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills blonde eyebrow gel. I can't use any other brow gel, you guys. I just love that color so much. It's literally the best blonde, especially for someone like me that's lightening up their brows with platinum blonde hair. And then I go in with the Maybelline Super Stay just to make sure everything stays really, really good. I love that Super Lock. It just, for me, doesn't flake. It keeps them in place, and that's my brow method lately. All right, you guys, let's jump into this eyeshadow look. So we already did our base. We're gonna go in with that first color, and I'm gonna try to speed things up because I am running out of time on my card. So here we go. I'm gonna do that shade first, and I think what I'm gonna do, because it is kind of just a beigey color, so I'm gonna take that onto a rougher BO3. So it has like a little bit of a taupe undertone to it, and I'm just gonna start pressing that in to that upper area where the brow bone is, and slightly down the center. Beautiful shade. I don't know if it's still tacky. Oh no, it's not. So you can just kind of, it's a little tacky still. I didn't put a lot of powder in there. I did a little bit of the Mario powder just to set down a little bit more. I took a brush to that off camera, just taking that color. Very pretty, just kind of blends in with my skin. Now I'm gonna take the Rose and Ben brush, and I'm gonna go back into that shade. And this is the I wanna say this is the E29, sorry, not C. I had to do my brows off camera too because A, I can't see very well, and B, it's so flippin' hot, and I cannot have the air condition or the fans on, or you guys will hear everything. I mean, you probably already hear my refrigerator because I'm working with a small space here. And I tell you guys, it is like over 100 degrees in Orange County, and that is just so not normal. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. So I need to take some breaks to cool off a little. I turn the air on, and then I can turn it off and then come back on camera. It's a lot. Beautiful color. I don't want to put too much on the lid space there because we're going to do the metallics. All right, love it. Let's now go into that gorgeous neutral brown, almost leaning a little more warm than cool. And I'm going to take that onto the middle of the crease, and we're going to just I'm going to kind of graduate it up, but I want most of the pigment tight in the crease. So I'm going to take that and put it there. I don't know if these have shade names. If they do, I'll put it right there. But if not, I'll show you the color. I always show you guys, you know that. I mean, so soft and easy. This is, I'm gonna go as far as to say, this is my favorite eyeshadow palette of 2024. I love the Natasha Denona Golden palette, and I love the Warm palette a lot. But they're $69. This is $29. So, and for me, I spent $19 on it. So, and they always go on sale on Sephora. So just keep your eyes out. I always let you guys know in the community tab, so make sure you have your notification bell on. I mean, literally, that is so soft. I tell you, if you're new to my channel and you're on this video and you're first time viewer, I'm 46, I'll be 47 in March. If this goes over my mature eyes and I don't have any kind of filler or Botox through here, I have done Botox on my forehead, a very minimal amount, but I haven't done anything through here. I told Regina I did crows, but I was thinking those were the crows, that's the 11s. I've only done here, and that is a more recent and then I have never done anything here. I would love to get some type of Botox there, but I can't get Botox all the time like a lot of people do just because it's too expensive. I can't afford it. So I would get it all over if I could. Just don't have money. All right, gonna go back in with my contour powder because this is gonna be too ashy for me to blend out those edges, and I wanna kind of get into that nose contour. And you guys always know I do this. This is just my jam right here. So I'm gonna go into my contour powder and bronzer powder, anything you have that's more neutral tone. And I'm gonna take the Rose and Ben E29 and I'm gonna go over that and I'm gonna take that into the crease right here. This will just allow me to blend that out even more. And by going into your nose contour, you're just making it look more cohesive rather than it stopping there. And if you don't do a nose contour, that doesn't matter. It's still going to kind of give you like a natural nose contour. I mean, effortless. This is going to be my palette I'll probably reach for, and if I'm going like on a short overnighter or something like that, this would be the only thing I would bring. You have everything you need right here. This is like the perfect little palette. I am telling you guys, this is a run out and buy when there's a sale or when you guys can afford it because it is really good. Number 13 rougher brush. We're going to go into that beautiful chocolatey warm brown, and I'm just going to stamp that on the outer V area. Oh my gosh, you guys. Flippin' A, it's so good. And then whatever's left over, I'm gonna bring that in more. I like want to just buy another one, but I have to wait till the sale because I want a backup. That's how much I love this palette. When I say this is just as good as a Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath palette, I am not lying to you guys. And you know, I bought this myself. No PR from Gwen Stefani, I wish. Call me, have your people call my people. I mean, Gwen, we're around the same age. If anybody, she should be sending me PR because I would be a better than a 20-year-old promoting it. I mean, come on. Help a glam sister out, Gwen. Oh, so good. All right, going back in with that rougher number 14 brush, back into the neutral color, the transition color, and we're just gonna go above that. Don't go on top of it, go above it. Like right here. There, see how that just blends out the edges without taking away or making things look a little crazy by mixing. On top. And I'm just gonna go on the bottom too, because we are gonna do a lower lash line. It's so easy. All right, I'm gonna take the Rose and Ben. I am obsessed with this eyeliner brush, you guys. I cannot use anything else anymore. This is the Rose and Ben E26. This is magnificent. For my liner girls, my girls with shaky hands, this is amazing. We're gonna do a little bit of a cat eye, just a little bit, a little wingy wingy, a little wingy wingy. And I'm gonna take that onto that brush, the black. Nice pigmented black and no fallout. No fallout. When I was playing with this yesterday, I was like, no fallout. I'm just doing a little bit, just a little baby one right there. So you can leave this look here and just pop on some mascara and be done. And that would be a beautiful out the door, soft glam look. We are gonna build this up a little bit more to play with the palette though, but that would be easy. I always like to tell you guys that because then you can decide on whether or not you wanna go more or less. All right, you guys, I am gonna take, this is a What's Up Beauty R11. I'm just gonna kind of soften that out a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take the rougher brush that I was using and just blend out the edges. No excess product, just whatever was left over on the brush. Just bringing that in. I'm gonna do a little bit of black. I like to use natural hair brushes when I don't want too much pigment. So actually let's use my Sonia G Mini Booster so we don't get that one dirty. And this will just allow me not to, I don't want too much pigment, to add in a little bit of depth there, but not too much. Softening it out like that. I just want you guys to see how the black performs as an eyeshadow. So pretty, so easy to, that's the pigment of the black, it's to work with. I'm telling you guys, this is phenomenal, this palette. Going back in with the rougher number 13, back into that brown. I'm just gonna go over that now, just to kind of soften out that black. Not worried about it being messy, I'll clean that up later. Again, no fallout, which is amazing, amazing. All right, back into the neutral color, rougher number 14. Come on, Kristi, speed things up here. You're gonna run out of space. I gotta get another card, but let me tell you guys, those are expensive. Taking the E29 from Rose and Ben, and just nothing on this brush. I'm just kind of whatever's left over from the contour powder. Now I'm gonna take my E40 and blend things out. Beautiful. That's it, you guys, for the upper lash line. Let's add in these metallics, and I'll show you guys what it looks like with a brush, and then I'll also show you guys what it looks like with your finger. But, well, I guess I can do that. I have nails. I popped on my nails again. Just gonna show you what that looks like with the finger first. My nails are too long, so we can't do that. I'm gonna go with my favorite packer brush now, and this is the Rose and Ben C30, and you can use the Pat McGrath too to make it stay, but I wanna show you guys what it looks like without it, so to make it even, well, it pops a lot, so you don't need it, but I like it just because it helps it stay throughout the day. But I hope that trick I showed you, ooh, did I just mess that up? I hope that trick I showed you guys in the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm, if you haven't checked out that review, that eyeshadow packing trick I taught you guys, I hope that helped you. I don't know if you guys tried it or not. I'm gonna pack that on right there. So by going out further and keeping that darker shade on the out, it's gonna open up your eyes a little bit more. So good for that price point too. And made in Italy, you guys. No offense, but I thought this was gonna be made in China. I really did. I wasn't quite sure because her price points are not too bad. So I was like, they're not like crazy, like Patrick Ta is crazy expensive these days. Gwen Stefani is a huge star. Selena Gomez is a huge star. They're keeping their price points at a decent price level, right? Especially Rare Beauty. I don't understand. All right, I am going to use my Pat McGrath just because I can't really do an eyeshadow look without this, especially glitters or metallics. So again, Intensify for the 500th time. You guys know how much I love this. I have to keep repeating because we get new people in every video. So sorry for my every week Glam Fam sisters. All right, just going back into that shade, the Gunmetal one. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Yeah, that Pat McGrath just makes all the difference. All right, just helps it stick. That's what I love about this. Let me know in the comments, because you guys know I always use this on every video. If any of you have tried this since I talk about it so much, or if you tried it beforehand, you love it, let me know. Just nothing really works as good as this. It's fabulous. I mean, of course it's Pat McGrath. So I might have to do voiceover on the lips and cheeks. We'll see, because I don't know if I'll have enough time here. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. All right, let's take this beautiful metallic-y shade on my finger. It's like more of a topper shade, but it does have pigment. Going back into that shade using Refer number 21. This has a little bit more punch than those do. So I like these type of toppers because they actually deliver something. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna do the inner corner. I'm gonna take this Refer number 26 and we're gonna use that beautiful lighter shade. Do a little bit on that brow bone. Okay, let's get into that lower lash line. I'm gonna use Urban Decay Whiskey because I needed a brown liner. You guys know I love my Sephora on the go, but it's not available anymore, so I have to find a different brown one. trying to find the perfect brown undertone for my skin is hard, and this is it. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Ooh, I love this. For some reason, the Urban Decay ones don't make my eyes water as much either. They're so good, but they tend to water a lot when I use that. So going in with my rougher number 23, going into that chocolate brown color. All right, and when I clean up off camera, that will be nice. I'll pop on some lashes. Sigma E26 into that neutral brown color. All right, you guys, so that is what it looked like when I popped on my lashes. I did go in with my Gucci bronzer and just my Huda bronzer brush just to bronze up the skin a little bit more. And then I went in with my Tom Ford Explicit Flush Blush Duo. I'm obsessed with this one. This one and my Surratt are my top 2 blushes ever made. And then I also went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills in Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Liners. And I just outlined the lips with the ABH, and that's in Hazelnut. That's, you guys know, it's my ultimate favorite lip liner. And then I like to fill in the lips with the Too Faced because it gives you that plumping action, and that is in Post-Op Pink. And then I took the new City Beauty shade that comes out, I want to say during the holidays. It's so incredibly beautiful, and I'll put the name right there because I can't see it with my eyes, but really gorgeous color, beautiful for holidays. You can always use my code and you'll get 15% off. I'll put it right there, but I absolutely love this shade for the fall. So pretty. And then I went into my Rare Beauty highlighter just to highlight the skin and give that little zhuzh. You guys know that's my favorite highlighter, and I love that Alexandra Anel highlighter brush, or just all-purpose cheek brush. It's so good. And then I just bronzed up a little bit more with the Hourglass Ambient 4 Volume 4 palette. I know the new holiday ones are out, but I can't afford those. So I have my favorite Hourglass powders, and I just kind of combine those two with a Sonia G brush just to give that skin just a little bit of warmth. And then I just top it off with my Sweet Beauty powder. You guys know that light powder is just everything to me. And that is what it looks like once everything is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun chit chat get ready with me. Let me know if you guys want me to do more of these, and it was fun testing out these products. I'm gonna give this Mario setting powder a 3 out of 5. It's good. It's not my favorite, but it is good. It's softening, so I'll give it there. As far as the eyeshadow palette, get your hands on this. Oh my gosh, between this one and the I Need a Warm, these are the 2 I'll travel with. They're just, I ended up I can't speak. I ended up actually adding in a couple of these two browns just to kind of give it a little bit more transition, but together, oof, so good. I just love that warm palette. It's so pretty, and I just kind of added in that little extra. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join our beautiful glam fam. We're here every week, and we'd just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up when you guys hit the like button and say hello. It really does help my videos out. I do upload shorts during the week, so definitely check that out. I am on Instagram as well, and I'm also on TikTok. You can check out my blog and website. All the affiliate links will be there, as well as my shop, my link. And then you can also access it through the YouTube down below right there, and you can click on that, and that will take you to Sephora, Ulta, and all the other sites that I have linked below. So thank you again. Please check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.